All right, ladies and gentlemen, your first fight of the night will be kickboxing in the light heavyweight division, brought to you by Mad Tatter Tattoo. Your referee when the action begins is Jimmy Neely. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he makes his kickboxing debut. He weighed in 178 pounds. Fighting out of Marion, Virginia, Jeff West. Now his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight presenting a kickboxing record of 1 win, 1 loss with 1 knockout. He weighed in 179 pounds. Fighting out of Team Oxendine in Johnson City, Tennessee, Seth Delatte.
So here we go. West in the blue trunks, Delatte in the black trunks as we get ready for our first bout here tonight in our prelims prior to our pay-per-view. And this is presented by Mad Tatter. Light heavyweight, 179 pounds in this kickboxing fight. 3 2-minute rounds, and we are underway. First kick from West. Responded by Delatte.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll look to see a lot of wild exchanges right here from Jeff. I mean, like I said, I don't know a lot about the guy. That's just what I'm expecting. When you see an independent guy, most time guys like to come out and throw bombs, so we'll see.
And a lot of times that can play into your favor. Sometimes it's not a good thing. Sometimes you can gas that way. But at the same time, if your opponent's not expecting you to come out like that, it can be the best thing you can do.
How about the action early on as both just wailing on each other? It looks like Delatte's been going to the body with those kicks, and he goes right back there as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, other than MMA and the difference, you know, you got the gloves, the headgear, the shin guards, all that stuff on. You know, the punches you don't see a lot of knockouts in this stuff, but you do see a lot of good punches, a lot of things like that. You know, like I said, you see a lot of crazy kicks from Seth right here.
Jeff's right hand missed, put him in a tough spot, and Seth will break the 2 up and will reset. Approaching midway point of round 1. This kickboxing fight, 3 2-minute rounds. Jeff West in the blue trunks, Seth Delatte in the black trunks, and they'll reset them again.
Yeah, a little reset right there. I'm not sure what that was over. I think it was maybe from a low blow to begin with, but I'm not so sure.
Get on him now. It's yours to win.
So you know, the thing I'd like to see Seth do a little bit differently here, Tyler. I'd like to see Seth throw the kicks a little bit harder. You know, he's kind of just slapping with the kicks. He needs to, make them thud.
He's almost using them like a jab to set other things up. Yeah. But, man, he kicks really hard. He actually kicks hard if he would use it as a powerful maneuver. I think it'd do well.
But what a lot of people don't know about Seth, too, is he's a gymnast. You know, he does all the rings and the horse and all that stuff.
Yeah, the body to prove it there.
And Seth was up against the cage there momentarily, but was able to get out and then goes on the attack.
Big shots, quick!
You know, he's barely over 18 as well, so he's still a young kid.
All right, round 1 in the books. 3 2-minute rounds. Jeff West out of Marion, Virginia.
2-minute round. Yep, 3 2-minute rounds here. Tyler, who do you think won that first round?
I'm going to give it – well, that really is a tough one. They were both going pretty at it. I'm going to give it to Seth because I think Seth spent more time going forward.
Yeah.
To me, the way I judge, I use cage control a whole lot when I'm making my decisions. So I give that one to Seth.
That's one of the biggest things I look for when I'm scoring a fight, especially MMA fight. Not so much in kickboxing because the guy that is going backwards can be landing the strikes sometimes in kickboxing. But in MMA, the guy that's pushing the pace and going forward, I most definitely give that round to. So I'm going to go with Seth as well.
We'll take a look at the replay here, and that was the end of that first round. Because guys can't make as much impact with their punches because of the headgear, is that tougher to judge, you think?
Yeah, a lot of times it is. You don't see, you obviously can't see damage. So if you're one of these judges that looks for damage, it's hard to tell. And these guys especially, man, they're swinging the whole entire time. It's kind of hard to see who's really landing them good and who's
nice
not.
little kick, yeah.
That's all he's got right there.
Pressure again from Seth. And back comes Jeff West on the attack, and then responding is Seth. And down goes Seth Delatte.
Whoa.
And then continued pressure from Jeff.
You can't. That's definitely something that's definitely something that you're not allowed to do. You know, that was definitely a trip. It wouldn't have knocked down. It wasn't anything other than just, a slip from Seth. And they are taking paths,
And looks like they are going to take a point away from Jeff West.
2 points maybe. 2 points.
2 points.
I've never saw a 2-point taken. Have you, Tyler?
That's new to me. You know, I always thought it was disqualification or 1 point. I've never seen the 2-point thing.
Could it have been for the punches after he tripped him?
Maybe the 2 punches. I have.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a new one to me.
Ground and pound's definitely not legal in kickboxing. I promise.
Well, see, now that's a big, that changes the whole fight. So, and it's something else I didn't mention when I was talking about the kickboxing rules earlier is that, so say that that he gets a knockdown, say that Seth gets a knockdown this round, that counts as a point away. So every knockdown takes a point away from you, and if you get 3 knockdowns in 1 round, the fight's over. So.
Well, if you guys both thought that Seth won that first round and 2 points have just been deducted from West.
Yeah, so that's basically Seth would win this round. It'd be a 20-16 fight right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at.
At this point, West needs to go for blood. I mean, with that point deduction and all that, I mean, he really has to finish.
Do you think
to finish him much to win?
You guys were asking for a little bit more juice out of the kicks from Seth. Do you think you're getting that here in the second round?
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely coming forward. Like I said, I think Jeff blew most of his wad in the first round. So
yeah, I feel like we're seeing the cardio start to play a point in this round.
With amateur fights in general, that's the main part of amateur fights. Most time you have some guys that are pretty well matched that both have kickboxing, both have jiu-jitsu, and their cardio is really what plays a factor in most of the fights.
Seth Delatte stuck in a front kick there. Might have been the first one we've seen. A lot of them have been the side kicks to the body.
Yeah, and Seth's corner is screaming for him to bring pressure, which is exactly what he needs to do. So.
West went downstairs and then went back upstairs, but now Seth putting the pressure back. And
one thing I'm seeing Seth doing a lot more this round is going straight from the body straight to the head, which really matters, man. You get a guy worrying about the body, then you take it to the head. He doesn't really know what to protect the most.
Apex Fights 5, our first of 3 prelims before our pay-per-view starts here in Blountville. Now number 2 about to come to a close.
That's another thing I just dislike greatly about the kickboxing is that always messing with their headgears. There's a lot of times in that round right there where Seth was letting Jeff adjust his headgear. If it was me, while he's fixing his headgear, I'd be trying to knock his head off,
It's like guys in MMA that have a lot of hair, like Benson Henderson. All these guys are putting their hair back during a fight. And you're thinking, why aren't they concentrating on that? Yeah. Clay Guida's another one, always messing with his hair.
Clay Guida's hair was up in a bun for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And his head moving, it was everywhere.
Okay.
All right, 2 rounds in here in our first prelim. You look at some of the little bit of the action here. Seth connects with the right, and then, that left. Okay. Nice hook there, and then back to the body. This will be round 3.
I think he's quitting.
I think it's over.
The guy gave up. I'm assuming. I'm not sure.
Headgear's off.
I think the guy quit on the stool.
Wow. So Jeff West.
I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's what happened.
Jeff West is taking off the headgear. This fight looks to be over, and that's exactly.
Yeah.
Jeff West has thrown in the towel. So Seth Delatte will take the win.
Is that TKO? Does that count as TKO?
I believe that would count as TKO. That's a cool way to win. It's one thing to knock a guy out, beat him by decision, but to make a guy physically decide between rounds that he doesn't want to meet you again, that's a whole different kind of win.
That helps the ego, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go back inside the ring. Cody Gwynn with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jimmy Neely has called a stop to this fight as the fighter out of the red corner could not answer the bell. Therefore, your winner by TKO out of the blue corner, Seth Delatte.
Another good win for Seth right there. I mean, he's 2-1 now as an amateur kickboxer. He's coming up the ranks, and I look to see big things out of this kid. He just got to have that. He's just got that look about him. That as soon as he finds that fire and wanting to start hurting people out there in fights, I think he'll be a lot better.
So that makes Seth Delatte 2-1 in his career, and as you mentioned, Tyler, goes down as a KO. So he's got 2 in his career.